Very happy to have our next guest join us here at the Independent in San Francisco. It is Blossoms.
Hello. Good evening.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hello there.
Welcome back.
Thanks so much.
It's been quite a few years or what have you, right?
2 years, I think.
Bottom of the Hill, last gig we played here.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
And whenever a band takes hiatus, I'm always curious as to what you guys do, because when Dad goes to work and then he comes home and he kicks back and he relaxes, he has his routine. What do you?
Not with us.
Oh, we've been
Still been busy. We
Yeah.
just haven't been busy in the States,
US.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
We've done two. We did a second album in 2018, which obviously was after the last time we were here, and then we got a new one coming out at the end of January.
Yeah.
So we've been busy. We've been touring and we've done loads of gigs and stuff like that. So all the usual band stuff, really.
Thank you very much, San Francisco. We are a band from Stockholm called Blossom.
You talked about releasing an album last year, and then you're ready to release this new album.
Yeah.
So really, literally, no time off, or was this?
We've got we go literally when we come back here. We're going even before the third one's out. We're recording the fourth one
Wow.
when we get home in December. So
Crazy, innit, really?
Was it
Whose idea was
written
that?
during this, before this interview, Miles was tapping away on his laptop and making beats and things.
Minecraft.
That's a small line. So new songs are from the same batch from Foolish Loving Spaces?
Yeah, so after we did the second album, I just continued writing when I was at home, just like little spots in between tours. And we did have quite a little bit of time at home to be able to do that. I'm not talking like months and months, but even like, a month or a couple of weeks is enough time to get a load of songs under your belt. And I think it was like start of this year, really, like January time, a lot of songs kind of came around that time, and I think we ended up with about 25 songs, so we demoed them all, and then didn't know what we wanted to do, so then we trimmed the fat off them ones, made Foolish Loving Spaces, and then there was some kind of that didn't really suit that vibe, that we thought, we'll keep them in mind for a fourth album, which is what we've done, and some really good songs there. So not to plug the fourth album before the third's out. The third one's great, but it's just exciting really to be in a place where you've got so many songs.
Yeah. Your Girlfriend is a fascinating song.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Great.
And from what I understand, you got inspired by something you saw on television, where it was some movie or whatever, and the guy was fancying his best friend's girl.
Yeah, I think I saw it on the telly, and then I'd heard a few other songs. Is it Jessie's Girl or something like that? I think, yeah. But I never knew which song that was, but I'd always hear it where he was like,
Rick Springfield.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jessie's
80s,
Girl.
80s song.
That's the similar kind of concept. So I just thought it was an interesting take on a love song, and obviously it's not personal, so I tried to force myself to write about force myself to write about something completely different, a challenge really.
Mm-hmm.
Josh,
Josh,
it worked good.
When you first heard the song or saw that the topic was based on something like that, what was your reaction?
Well, pull Tom to one side and said, "Listen, man, this isn't cool." No. It was amazing.
Did you talk to your girl or?
I haven't one.
Okay.
Yeah, no, don't. This is a good thing. No, it wasn't. I mean, I never ever questioned Tom's, genius. It's always it's always an honour to hear it, and then to work on it.
I think there was a conversation. I remember us sitting there because it was quite different from what we'd done before, and I think
We were demoing at the time, weren't we?
I'm sure it was quite hash, this, isn't it? That was quite. We say hash like
if something's
strange,
bizarre, yeah,
a bit bizarre, but we was it's definitely got something. We had the demo, especially the chorus, and there you go.
It's really different.
There's loads of words, but and obviously it tells a story. I'd never really done that, so it was everyone was kind of it's weird, but it's great, which is why we kind of was we should chase it more, because it's like that.
It's less
as soon as you're in your
conventional.
comfort zone, then you become a bit maybe stale. Yeah. They're the moments which spark create a whole new creative world that you can get into.
You embrace the strange, don't you?
Yeah.
In the words of Tommy Harrison.
But
I'm not going to say the full words, but yeah, embrace the strange.
What about the rest of the music on the album then? Is it in the same vein as that?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. There's a song called If You Think This Is Real Life, which is the opening track on it, which is kind of a bit like Your Girlfriend lyrically. It's not about myself, it's just kind of on that vibe of making stuff up and making up a story. And it's kind of got that kind of Talking Heads weird kind of groove, I would say. Not as traditional as, say, just a massive pop banger or indie banger. It's more like weird, that's the best way to describe it. But then these other songs which were written on the piano, like The Keeper, which is like a massive kind of, it's got gospel singers on and all that kind of stuff. So Girlfriend kind of opened up the door to that, all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, like when we were trying to push ourselves, we carried on that same thing, you know, with the rest of the songs you did. Like, we'd be demoing a certain tune like The Keeper, we'd be like, oh, let's get some singers down.
yeah, we put them on the demo to actually hear
What it
what
sound
we
like.
wanted it to sound like. So then, you know, when we go in the studio, there's already like, look, listen to how good it sounds. This is what it could be like. So,
And then when we were in the studio, we got Ian Skelly to come down, put some percussion on, because we never really like explored that sort of.
That was like the new flavour of the next record. Like
Yeah,
the
it
gospel
was.
singers and the addition of the percussion as well. So
and that came from a lot of listening to Talking Heads, you
Yeah.
know, the weird
Percussive stuff.
percussive stuff like they have in their songs.
Any odd vocal sounds that you'll be making on the record?
Like
David
talking-
Byrne?
yeah.
There's a
Just a random haze or
there's an OO on If You Think This Is Real Life, but that was stolen from Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney. He goes,
wait, what?
There's a bit in the song where it goes, oh! And Paul McCartney does it in Wonderful Christmas Time.
it's almost inaudible, but
Yeah,
you can
it's
hear
dead
it.
quiet. It's like, you won't. Basically, we did a cover of Wonderful Christmas Time.
Yeah.
And we remade it exactly the same. And we listened to all the little bits, and there's like a backing vocal where he goes, oh! But dead randomly in the song. So then when we were doing our new song, If You Think This Is Real Life, I just crowbarred it in and it worked and it stayed. So that's kind of,
Get in there.
that's quite,
I'm gonna have to re-listen to Paul McCartney.
yeah.
It's
It's somewhere in the song. I'll show you after this.
Okay. all right.
It's big
Well,
in its own right.
Really appreciate the time.
Thanks for
Thanks
having
very
us,
much.
dude.
Yeah,
Nice
looking
talking
forward
to
to
you.
this album.
it's right.
Great.
Nice one, man.
Thank you very much.
It is Blossoms. Foolish Loving Spaces comes out January. You're watching B-Sides on Air.